Multidisciplinary professional services organisation Ernst & Young believes that electric vehicles will dominate global sales 5 years sooner than many predicted. In its latest analysis, it says EV sales in the US, China and Europe will outstrip ICE vehicles by 2033, with non-EV global sales expected to shrink to less than 1% by 2045. Europe is expected to lead EV sales volumes globally until 2031. A surprise given China's EV market, but China is then expected to take over between 2032 and 2050. EY makes its predictions based on data from its EV Mobility Consumer Index from last November, which showed 30% of current and non-car owners said they prefer a non-ICE vehicle for their next purchase. It also cites increasing governmental support for EVs as a reason to expect EV sales to soar in current years. In line with our transparency policy, we want you to know that a team member has a family member who works for EY, but this report was in no way influenced by that association. Yesterday, while we were all getting sunburnt at an event at Portland International Raceway, Tesla published its Q2 earnings, something we'll briefly cover in our Weekend 10 show on our main channel. Tesla's quarterlies yet again beat expectations, crossing $1 billion of profit for the first time. But during the earnings call, we learned less exciting news. That despite rumours that Tesla was about to start semi-production, Tesla has made the tough decision to push the start of production of the Semi back to next year. The reason? The ongoing chip shortage, something that's affecting a large number of automakers around the world. Tesla also confirmed that the Tesla Cybertruck production will be pushed back, with Tesla choosing instead to ramp up Model Y production first at Tesla Giga Austin. While this news won't make Cybertruck reservation holders happy, it is a very smart move, as Tesla Model Y is currently experiencing exceptional demand around the world. Tesla says a beta version of the Cybertruck will be completed later this year. In order for the US to have any hope of meeting future goals for emissions reductions, we're going to have to see dramatic changes in the way people travel, and not just in major cities. This means an impressive increase in public charging infrastructure, rapid DC quick charging, and lower power destination charging. But in Indiana, the state is about to investigate what it believes could be the alternative solution to powering electric cars: dynamic and static wireless charging of EVs. It's about to host a 3-phase project to investigate the potential of wireless charging for the future of EVs. The first 2 phases of the project will take place in the laboratory with the help of Purdue University, but the latter part of the project will involve installing static wireless charging units in parking lots, as well as installing a quarter-mile of road somewhere in the state that has dynamic wireless charging tech embedded in it. The specifics are unknown right now, but the project will involve INDOT, Purdue University, and German wireless charging specialists Magment. For as long as Tesla has been making and selling cars, it's prioritized production of its higher-end models. Customers who ordered a new performance Tesla ahead of launch have traditionally gotten their car sooner than those who ordered an entry-level variant, with entry-level customers often having to wait many months longer than higher-trim reservation holders to get their dream car. Earlier this week, we told you that microprocessor shortages had prompted Tesla to push back its Semi to next year and to prioritize Model Y production over Cybertruck. But now we have news of another delay, this time to non-performance Teslas. While Performance Model 3 and Model Y customers and Model S and Model X Plaid customers will get their vehicles a little earlier than originally planned, those with long-range or standard-range cars can expect their wait times to go up by a few weeks as Tesla, like the rest of the industry, struggles with parts availability. Additionally, because demand remains high, there's now an increasingly long wait list to get a Model 3 or Model Y long-range car, so if you want one, act soon. Every automaker out there has its preferred naming convention to identify new models as part of its larger brand. Some involve numbers and a letter, some involve names, and some just seem completely random. EV startup Rivian, which is about to begin deliveries of its R1T and R1S electric pickup and SUV, has a fairly logical convention. R for Rivian, a number, and then T for pickup or S for SUV. And it's just trademarked a whole new series of names that proves its naming convention is here to stay. According to official filings of the US TPO, it's claiming R3T and R3S, R4T and R4S and finally R5T and R5S, since company CEO RJ Scaringe said in April that Rivian plans to launch 6 new models by 2025, it's pretty easy to guess what some of these models will be called. Although we should remember that Rivian already owns R2A, R2T, R2S, R2C and R2R, as well as R1A. Watch this space. While we do tend to focus on electric cars, motorcycles and trucks on this channel, there are plenty of awesome alternative vehicles out there that have a real chance of changing the way we travel and transport things around the world. One of them, Biohybrid, a German company that developed a 4-wheeled human-electric hybrid that was just perfect for zero-emission city deliveries. But after the company filed for insolvency earlier this year, it has now officially declared bankruptcy. The company, its assets and its intellectual property will now be sold off, with some reports stating that investors in the firm are showing some interests in buying them. While lots of people will look at the Biohybrid and its very minimal design with disdain, I personally believe that vehicles like this really do have the potential to clean up last-mile delivery, especially in heavily congested cities with temperate weather all year round. While the company may be gone, I don't believe the concept is. Watch this space. We often look to electric vehicles and micromobility solutions as a way to help lower pollution in major cities. But could artificial intelligence play a part too? According to the city of Coral Gables, Florida, yes, it's installing smart city poles to bring high-tech solutions to the city centre. These include Wi-Fi distribution, CCTV, traffic and safety sensors, environmental sensors, and much more. The system is attached to a master artificial intelligence system that Coral Gables says will allow it to not only improve public safety, but also reduce traffic pollution by intelligently operating traffic lights in response to traffic flow. At the same time, it claims that it could also reduce traffic accidents by analysing traffic patterns and congestion points, and then use that data to ensure pinch points in traffic flow are minimised. While not everyone will like the idea of CCTV cameras everywhere, I'm not sure I do, if it helps reduce road accidents and pollution, then it could be one of the many solutions we use to improve air quality around the world, as well as changing our cars to electric and human power, of course.